Before.
I'm Michael Mercy.
And I'm Matthew Crandall.
And welcome to Armchair Directors. If you're watching us on Rogers Daytime, hope you had a great summer. The big news for Armchair Directors is that we have our own website now.
www.armchairdirectors.com.
So go there, check out our movie reviews. We've also got some short comedies up there and all the latest news in Blu-ray releases.
So lots of cool content. And starting off this week, we are taking a look at my favorite movie of 2010 so far.
And my favorite movie of 2010 so far.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which anyone who loves quirky comedies, or video games, or just has a love of the city of Toronto, this movie is for you.
Man, there are so many Canadian movies that are just kind of, they come off lame because they're Canadian. Scott Pilgrim is so Canadian. It takes place in Toronto. But it never comes off lame. It's just cool. It makes Toronto like a cool big city like Chicago.
It does. And basically it's the story of Scott Pilgrim, who falls head over heels for this girl, Ramona Flowers. Mm-hmm. And he finds out that she has 7 evil exes that he has to fight in video game style brawler fights so that he can then go and romance Ramona. And so just one by one he encounters these evil exes, and we have a blast. These great fight scenes.
Oh, fantastic fight choreography, incredible special effects.
Yeah, amazing special effects. Excellent use of music, and the casting was pitch perfect.
Yeah,
everyone was great.
Yeah, if you like Michael Cera, you need to see this movie. This movie for Michael Cera's career is what The Dark Knight was for Heath Ledger's career. Yeah. This is his opus. You've got to see it.
And it's just so great to see Toronto as Toronto.
Yeah.
And there's a big fight in Lee's Palace, and it's like, I saw Foo Fighters there, and now I'm watching Scott Pilgrim fight this tool in Lee's Palace. Yeah. So it's just fun on that level, too.
Pilgrim being thrown into Casa Loma. It's like, I've been there. It's amazing.
So now it's time for best part.
Worst part.
Well, do you, punk?
Heading down the highway, I haven't got a clue how I got in this car, baby. And let me ride with you,
Commander.
So your best part.
Best part is the actual duels where Scott Pilgrim fights the evil exes. You know, there's no real explanation why Pilgrim fights these guys in a video game setting, but there doesn't have to be. It's just so funny and cool that you just go with it. The fight choreography is just amazing. The banter between Pilgrim and his opponents is perfect. Just fantastic every single time it happens in the movie. Worst part, you know what? I can't really complain about anything in the movie. The only thing I can nitpick about is the opening credits, because the movie starts off great. Right away, great momentum. It starts building up, and then the opening credits, it's just the names.
2.5 minutes of
2 minutes of names flashing, and it's like, oh boy, this momentum is kind of going away. Luckily, it comes right back, but you know that's the only hiccup for me in this entire movie.
Yeah, my worst part would just be that the final battle against the 7th X, I think, goes on maybe for 2 minutes too long. Although that's like any video game you've played where you think you've almost defeated the bad guy, and yet he comes back again. So it works in the video game world, but it does drag on a little bit.
And then luckily the fight with Nega Scott
is amazing.
Is amazing.
The punchline to that is brilliant.
Fantastic.
And my best part, I've got a 2-parter. Kieran Culkin as Wallace Wells was hilarious. Almost stole the movie as Scott's roommate. And then all of the little Easter eggs throughout, lots of video game references. And my favorite moment of the movie is he's battling at Casa Loma. There's a backdrop of New York City, which usually Toronto doubles as New York. Yeah. Scott Pilgrim gets thrown through the Empire State Building, and the CN Tower is right there. It's a blink and you miss it kind of thing, but if you're from Toronto or have been to Toronto, you see the CN Tower there, and it's just brilliant.
Yeah, you got to see this movie, man. I had a smile on my face from start to finish. If I wasn't laughing, I was smiling. It's just a fun. It's a blast. It doesn't matter if you're not into video games or rom-coms or Michael Cera. I don't see how anybody could walk away from this movie not completely entertained.
So don't let the hyperkinetic trailers scare you off. It is not too hip for you. You will love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Go and see it.
Definitely check it out while it's still in theaters.
So until next time,
Thanks for watching, and enjoy the show.
And you should know, what do you return? It's been about 3 years since I first met your face.